Hi Associates, it's John, Facebook ad strategist and a social entrepreneur. And in this video, we're going to talk about how to recover restricted or disabled Facebook ad accounts. We're talking about 4 common restrictions here. These common restrictions are in 4 different levels. Number 1 is the ad account level, and the usual term that's used with ad account level restriction is actually disable. So sometimes we refer to the disabled ad accounts, and usually there are 3 reasons for this. Number 1 is the unpaid balance. So if you are beyond your due date and Facebook has been trying to charge your card and there were multiple attempts, and then you were disabled temporarily until you will pay the balance. Number 2 is the significant number of violations. If you have multiple policy violations when it comes to your ads, then Facebook or Meta will disable your ad account. Number 3 is when you have spent a certain threshold. Actually, Facebook didn't really specify how much is this threshold, but when you reach a certain level, they will require you to confirm your identity. So you'll be required to submit your identification document and confirm your name. And that's the ad account level. So again, we're not going to be using the word restriction because usually the term is disable. So most of the cases, for me, this is the lower level restriction when it comes to Facebook ads. The second level is the page level. I know page is like here and then ad account is here in leveling, but when we talk about page level restrictions, it's really difficult because I know a lot of people, including my clients, who have been creating multiple pages already because they had their other pages restricted and were not able to be recovered. One of the common reasons for this is the 24-hour window violation. What it means is for business pages, it's really not allowed. It's part of the policies that it's not allowed that a business will start the conversation. And most of the times when businesses follow up to their customers beyond the 24-hour window and the business will start the conversation, that's actually a violation that many business owners are not aware of. And sometimes this cannot immediately happen, but long period of time where when a certain business owner will continue on doing this, usually the page is restricted from advertising. And again, in my experience, it usually takes a lot of time and actually smaller chances in my experience that pages are recovered. But again, you can still try. Later on, I'm gonna be teaching you how to recover it. Number 3 of the common restrictions is at the business manager level. And yes, the term is restriction because in most cases, this also takes a lot of time for Facebook to review because, again, if you will watch my past video about the campaign structure, the business manager is at the top. And so if the business manager is restricted, you cannot run ads under the ad accounts that are under that business manager. So if you are a type of business, or maybe you are an agency or a freelancer who uses your own business manager and then partner it with certain clients, and then your own business manager will be restricted, then you can't run ads for clients that are partnered with that business manager. So that's also one of the common restrictions. And then the last one is something that I myself, every one of us are scared of, and that's at the Facebook account level. So yes, there's that level wherein a Facebook account will not really be allowed to run ads anymore. Yes, anymore, because there are cases that you can appeal, but Facebook will say that you're permanently banned from advertising. And so those are times or scenarios that we don't want to experience, okay? Now, I'm gonna be discussing to you how to recover or the ways to solve. Now, here at the screen, you can see I'm in my ads manager. You go to all tools and then you go to account quality. Okay, so here in account quality, you can know your account issues, the status of your account, even your Facebook account, and also the status of your business accounts. Okay, so you can see it here on the left part. So first, I want you to look at the account issues. So in my case here, I actually have some assets rejected in the past that I haven't fixed yet, but it's fine. It just takes so much time, especially in the catalog, since they're really strict with Facebook shops and Instagram shops. Account status overview, it's also here. You can see that I have also business accounts that are restricted. I'm gonna be using that later on to show you how to request review. Next is the Facebook account. What's the status of your Facebook account? If your personal ad account will be restricted, then that means that your personal account entirely, you're not anymore allowed to advertise using your own Facebook account. So anything, even if it's using the business manager of your client, then you can't anymore use that. Meta business accounts, you can see here the pages that are restricted, the ad accounts that are restricted, and then the data sources that have some issues. Okay. Now I want you to look at this in the account issues because here all of the outstanding account issues will be posted. Now in this specific business that I'm showing you, since this is under my Facebook account, you can see here the general account issues. Now if we look at this, I have here the my business manager, one of my business managers, well, not business manager, one of my businesses under the my business account that's restricted. So as you can see, this is one of my first business accounts. And if you see it here, it's account restricted, and then all of these are in red, so I'm not allowed to edit ads or create ads under this business manager account. And so what I need to do, they say here that I need to confirm my identity. Okay, so this is a usual scenario. I need to confirm identity because as you can see here also in the top right, I can't click the request review button. This request review button is the usual button that you're gonna be clicking, and you need to look into whenever you have a restricted asset in your Facebook account. So if that's not enabled, it means that I need to do something else first. So when I hover that, it says you must confirm your identity before requesting a review. So I need to confirm my identity if I will click that. But I will not show it right now to you. Basically, if you will be asked to do this, you will just need to upload an ID. It can be a government ID or passport. So right now, I'm first answering the CAPTCHA. Okay, because I will show you the IDs that they're going to accept. Here, they're asking for a mobile number first because you need to confirm this, and you need to have a two-factor authentication. That may be one of the reasons why I was disabled or restricted. So I just put my number here. Okay, and then I should receive a 6-digit code. After that, I will be asked to upload an ID, and then after that, I will be allowed to request review, to click that request review button. So again, if you have any restrictions, any kind of restriction, you just need to go to account quality and then check here if the request review button is available. Okay, now if it's available, I don't recommend that you immediately click it. I want you to read what's the reason why you are restricted. Okay, in my case here, I need to confirm my identity, but in most cases, the reasons are: number one, you have violated a policy repeatedly. Okay, now one of the best practices there is really to read the policy and edit accordingly. Okay, that's the first step. You need to learn why you were restricted. Again, there can be many reasons for that. And then you need to read the exact policy that you have violated, because in most cases it's really a policy violation, and you need to apply edits. Now, there are some that would recommend you to delete it, or sometimes your intuition would say, okay, I need to delete it so I can keep my account safe. But nope, even if you delete ads, it will still appear here in the account quality. So you have that record already that you have policy violations and you had ad accounts restricted or disabled. Okay, so it will be forever in this personal account records. Okay, now one of the common solutions that other people think would also to create a new Facebook account, so they could create a new business account under that new Facebook account. Well, the thing there is, if you do that, then you can be immediately restricted again. Why? Because Facebook needs to assess that account, and that account should have a certain level of maturity first before you will be able to create a business account. Sometimes you can go through this like for a few days, but Facebook will just restrict you. Okay, what I recommend is, okay, it's fine that you create another account, but you make sure that number one, you have activities there. So meaning you add friends, you engage with people as if it's really your account, okay, your personal account. And then also number two, make sure that it has the same name. Name is very important because that needs to match the ID of that someone who created the account, or that someone who will be asked to confirm identity. Okay, so this is a general advice to all advertisers. If you want to run ads on Facebook, make sure that you are using a Facebook account that has a real name. Or okay, let's say you don't have the second name there, but at least you have the the similarity of that name to your ID, because in most cases your request to confirm identity will be immediately approved if the name of your Facebook account is matched to that ID of yours. Social media platforms have that vision that one account, one person. So just think of that ahead of time, so you could prevent your account from restrictions. Okay, I hope this video helps. And in one of my videos, I talked about the campaign structure, and with what I said earlier in the first part of this video about the level of the restrictions, you need to be familiar also of the structure, so you will know how to treat and how to apply for the recovery of these accounts, okay, at certain levels. Again, thank you so much, and I hope to see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching my video. I invite you to join Ad Society. It's a free Facebook group for anything about Facebook ads. It's for freelancers and business owners in the Philippines, and I created it so that you can learn more about Facebook ads, and I can answer also your questions there. If you have content suggestions, feel free to drop it in the comment section below. Don't forget to like this video and also subscribe and turn on your notifications for future educational content.